The law abhors polygamy. By virtue of contracting statutory marriage, that kind of marriage is not contracted in the courts. I was in court one day and a lady walked up to me and said, please, I want to do court marriage. So where will I go to? I said, no, it's just a name that I don't know how it just came into being. But that kind of marriage is not contracted in the courts. It's contracted at the local government, the marriage registry of the local governments. Because the law says that kind of marriage must be contracted by a marriage registrar or a licensed minister. So some churches are actually licensed, the old churches. Then all the registrars of marriage in all the local governments are eligible to contract that kind of, to assist in that kind of marriage. And the law is that 2 witnesses suffice. In the Catholic Church insists that that kind of marriage must be contracted. So what Catholic Church does is to let the intending couple go to the local government, get what they call Form C, that's intention to get married. Then the ban for that marriage, 21 days ban, will be published, posted at the notice board of the local government, while the ban in the church will also be published, announced in the church. Then during the day the couple will wed in the Catholic Church, the register of the local government will be brought to the church. So as you are contracting, because the law says marriage registrar or licensed minister. So after the church wedding, 2 certificates will be signed by the couple, that of the church and that of the local government. So with it, the couple will now, at the same ceremony, will contract 2 types of wedding, the church wedding and the statutory marriage. But where the local government certificate is not brought to be signed by the couple, and they end up signing only the church certificate, they are said not to have contracted what they call court marriage. Then that court marriage entitles the couple to a lot of benefits. Like, is wedding according to the English law. So what it presupposes is that even where the woman fails to give birth to any child, the law says she with the husband will be entitled to the husband's properties. But if the person just contracted the church wedding with the payment of dowry and the traditional wedding without more, if unfortunately the husband dies, the native law and custom of the husband's people will prevail. And what it means, if the native law and custom says a married woman without any child will lose everything, she will lose everything. She'll be told to go back to her father's house, and that will be the end for her. She won't get any remedy in any court because she opted to do marriage that will prevail as marriage in accordance with the native law and custom. In that kind of circumstance, the church wedding will only be taken as blessing of a customary marriage. If you're entering into marriage with utmost good faith, you undertake all forms of marriage. But if you're entering into marriage with dubious intention, I want to marry a second wife tomorrow, so I don't want to do court marriage, so I won't be tied to this one woman. Because by virtue of that statutory marriage, once you contract statutory marriage, you are no longer free to even perform another customary marriage. So you can neither perform another customary marriage with another woman or perform the same statutory marriage. Sure, it's a criminal offense, if you must know. It's called bigamy. By virtue of contracting statutory marriage, the law abhors polygamy because it amounts to a criminal offense known as bigamy. The African man that married a woman and subscribed to the English form of marriage will have all the rights and privileges and duties and obligations of that law.